Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I finally have another makeup tutorial for you, so let's get started. Okay, first off, I just hennaed my hair and obviously washed out the henna and I blowed out my bangs. And yes, this is totally one of those rollers that you can heat up. I don't have any other rollers. I really need to buy like, you know, basic rollers that are not so heavy. But for now this is the best I can do, because like if I let my bangs, like I know it's a little bit crooked, but that doesn't matter. But at least it still like stays in a twist like this. And if I pin it to the side, well, people with bangs who style their bangs probably recognize this. But if I pin them to the side, then they're going to look hideous. Because they'll go all like crooked, wonky and standing in 5 directions. And this is the better option. Anyway, for primer I'm going to use this one by Root Cosmetics, which I have never tried before. So I want to test it out on myself before I end up using it on other people. Let's hope I don't immediately doom myself with this decision. Like I always say, if you're going to use something on someone else, you do always want to try it out on yourself first. Because if for whatever reason it ends up not working or not working like you thought it would, it's better to have tested it out on yourself and found out that way than to apply it on someone else and then messing up their makeup, because that's just really unprofessional. Like mistakes can happen, but this is just one of those mistakes that's just very easy to prevent by just testing the product on your own face first. So yeah, I'm just gonna spread it out over my eyelids and see how it goes. Okay, I just applied some more because I'm already removing it here. Like if you brush for too long, it rolls up. It doesn't blend. I don't think this is going to work. Okay, so I just literally, I didn't even remove it with remover, like I just rubbed it off dry and it just came off. And okay, like if a primer is too moisturizing, too like wet looking, you can still try to fix it with powder. If it's too dry, you can still try to mix it with like an eye cream. But if it just separates on your eyelids, flakes into bits and then rolls off, then there's really very little you can do to fix that. Except for just, going for a change of plans. I'm going to use my trusty Maybelline Colors 2 as a primer. And just a little bit of a quick future snapshot here of me looking up reviews on this concealer. Because I was like, is it just me? Did I mess it up somehow? My other primer, works fine, so. But yeah, I found exactly one singular review on Makeup Alley of literally 1 out of 5 by someone named Asymmetry, and like the actual review points are like the exact same as mine. Like it goes blotchy, it doesn't spread evenly around the lid, it removes itself, it's terrible. But literally they're so like poetic about it, like seriously. My hopes and dreams were tossed out the window after this product shat on my expectations. For your information, this product is absolute garbage and belongs in a dump. I do agree with them, but like wow, they're so dramatic about it. I love it, like I love this review, like it's I love reviews that just make me laugh. Anyway, so this is, I'm afraid I'm going to have to toss this. Okay, and this is obviously going a whole lot better. I'm kind of disappointed with that primer, by the way, because I have an eyeshadow palette by Root Cosmetics, which is fine. Like it's you know, just a good eyeshadow palette. Like it's not the most like expensive amazing thing, but like for the price range it's really good actually. Like it's just one that I make this sound weirder and weirder. It is one that I do enjoy using on other people, and I've also used it on myself and I really liked it. And the glitter palette obviously that I've used a lot lately, it's really good. I really love it. Like that's less useful to use on other people just because you will run out of it quicker. But on yourself it's absolutely perfect because you don't even need a primer and it's absolutely beautiful. So I don't know, I had high hopes of the primer, so I'm kind of disappointed in that. I'm also planning on using a Root Cosmetics eyeliner today that I haven't used yet. So I really hope that's going to like, you know, bring itself back into my good graces and not, you know, ruin the entire look. Because replacing an eyeshadow primer is significantly easier than fixing a messed up eyeliner. Next up I want to do a base over top of the base, which I'm going to do with a cream eyeshadow, which I'm again applying on a brush, a blending brush, and then I'm just going to apply it. What else was I going to do with it really? But I'm focusing just mostly on the moving eyelid and then just starting to blend it out. I don't want this to heavy in my inner corner. By the way, the reason I'm using a primer beneath this is not because it wouldn't work without the primer. This product would work perfectly fine without any form of primer and stay on all day, but I don't like it when there's like this. As you can see here, I'm not blending this eyeshadow all the way to my eyebrows, and I don't want there to be a bare, you know, bit of like knotting in terms of primer. So yeah. Besides, I don't want this to be like a full-on thing on its own. I just want this to be a base on top of a base. I do want a little bit more of it though. And yeah, just blend it out carefully. Try to not go too far with it because it's a cream eyeshadow, so it's kind of difficult to remove. Okay, so it looks like a muddy mess now, but trust the process, okay? Trust the process. Next part of the process is using the Prick Palette by Jeffree Star Cosmetics, because this has the perfect warm shades that I want for this look. And this base is just going to make everything a little bit more shimmery. So yeah, the first shade we're actually going to go for now is a... yeah, it's a gold look. A gold shadow, I mean, for the look. Let's just move on. This is just going to form a pile of glitter, and because I didn't use a primer on my inner corner, so I didn't make it darker, it's going to be brighter there. And yeah, just overall this just looks like molten, like sparkly gold on my eyelids. I love it. I can feel it raining down on my face, so I know I'm going to be glittery for the rest of the week, but there's worse fates in life. Yeah, that's the thing with glitter. You enjoy it for a moment, and then you get to enjoy it for like the rest of the week. Always. To give it a little bit more depth, I'm going to use some bronze eyeshadow, glitter eyeshadow in my outer corner. Just tapping it on and then very carefully blending it towards the center of the lid. Just like I said, it's going to give a little bit more depth without reducing the sparkle. And yeah, you can just tell, this started out as a muddy mess and now there's glitter on it, and it's like immediately 5,000 times better. I also immediately have a, I can't remove it, I immediately have highlighter on my cheeks as well, like it's a multi-use thing, I guess. Anyway, now for the crease, I'm just going to use the exact same brush again because I'm lazy and gonna go for an orange. By an orange I usually would mean the fruit, but in this case I do mean an orange eyeshadow, not the fruit. Don't smear an actual orange on your face. I'm pretty sure no one misunderstood that, but still. But yeah, I'm just gonna apply it straight in the crease over top of part of the glitter, so it just blends nicely. And really it's not just laziness with using the same brush. I say it as laziness more as a joke, but like, the reason I like to use the same brush for multiple things in an eye look is just because there's always little bits of eyeshadow remaining in the brush. And if you use the same brush, it's just going to all blend nicely with, which especially with, you know, smoky looks where you really do want the colors to all blend together a little bit. It's just very, very useful. It just makes everything easier. Now for the next part I am actually using a tinier blending brush and a dark red shade. Because I really want the dark red shade to really be focused on mostly the outer corner of the crease and a little bit deeper into the crease as well. But I really want to keep it in the crease and not blend it upwards too far. And with a bigger brush, well, you're just going to end up applying it bigger. Which I don't want. So it's more useful to use a small brush so I can really keep it exactly where I want it to be. But yeah, I just want to deepen up the crease a little bit more to give even more definition, because I just really like having definition in my eye looks. Next up, a brow bone highlight. I'm going to use a matte shade, and yes, I'll be honest, I used Paleta's matte shade in the palette just now as a first attempt on this eye, and it's like 5 times as dark as my skin. Which for a highlight is obviously not ideal, so yeah, I removed it and replaced it with this one by KIKO. Anyway, so I'm just going to apply that thickly and then move on to Big Fluff Hair Blender, because this is a makeup tutorial. I need to use Big Fluffy Blender at some point. And just blend it. Just take your time, because the better you blend it, the more good it looks. I can't English today. Just blend it for half an hour and you'll be fine. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, I gotta admit that after the primer drama, I'm kind of nervous now to use the Root Cosmetics eyeliner. But yeah, I have it. I want to try it. So YOLO. Let's just hope for the best. Wish me luck. Okay, luckily the eyeliner worked out. Now, we all know with eyeliners you can't really tell how good they really are until you've worn them for a couple of hours. And this makeup tutorial is not going to last for a couple of hours. I'm probably going to forget to tell you how it lasts. But if you want to know, then you can always ask me in the comments and I'll tell you. Because really we all know, all of us at least who regularly wear eyeliner, that sometimes you have these eyeliners that turn out to not last very nicely. Like, they look fine when you apply them and then you start walking around and, you know, sweating or your skin gets oily and then the tail is suddenly completely gone. Or like crumbles off, or the inner corner crumbles down if your eyes end up getting teary from the wind or whatever. Yeah, it's not pretty. So yeah, obviously I can't tell you right now how well this is going to last, but I have high hopes. I mean, at least it looks beautiful now. It's very easy to apply. It's very dark, which is also good. Even over top of the glitter, it's still quite dark, which is, you know, impressive. I will say, by the way, and it's not this product in particular, but eyeliners like these I never use on other people, just for the simple reason that you can't really clean them. Which on your own eyes is fine, because you typically, you know, from your own basic bacteria that are just living on your eyes. This sounds gross, but everyone has that. Yeah, you're not gonna get an eye infection from those usually, but you don't want to use the same eyeliner pen on multiple people, because you're just going to spread out their germs to each other, and you know, they might actually get a infection from each other's germs, which is typically not the way to go. People don't usually like it very much if a makeup artist ends up giving them an eye infection. So yeah, and you can't wash it, obviously. Like, it's a felt tip thing. You can't wash the felt tip because you'll ruin the eyeliner. So just don't use it on other people, just use it on yourself. Okay, and another quick snapshot into the future. I thought I'd show you the eyeliner. I did not forget. It's literally still the same day, so that makes sense. Anyway, but yes, I would totally fine if you need me to forget. Anyway, the eyeliner is still fine. I'm trying to film it while looking down, but I can't see what I'm filming, so I hope I'm still aiming right. But it looks still good on the wing, it looks good in the middle, it looks good in the inner corners. So especially for the price range, the eyeliner is actually good. Now for the rest of my face, I'm going to keep it pretty basic, because it's still summer and I still get sweaty. I'm just not a summer type. Like, seriously, I love like nice, warm, summery, like, you know, like those glowy summer evenings and all. I like those every once in a while, but not too often. I'm more of an autumn type. I like cold, I like dreary weather occasionally. Oftentimes, really. I like dreary weather more often than I like sunny weather. Like, I don't mind summer. I definitely don't hate summer. I like summer. I just like it in very small portions. Like, I like a few days of summer. But 3 months of summer, to me, that's just a little bit overkill. Ironically, this entire look, though, as could probably be seen from the, you know, little clips in between, is actually inspired by the summer sun and like the shimmery, oppressive heat of summer. Shimmery heat of summer. I don't know, I'm just trying to like look at it creatively. The point is though, like, I do love how summer looks. I do love summer pictures and everything. I just really don't like being warm. I like being warm, but I don't like being overly hot. That's sort of the point. I do actually, by the way, enjoy just being all cozy underneath a blanket and stuff in like, you know, in like autumn and winter. Like a fleece blanket on the couch, wearing a sweater and just enjoying watching YouTube. Because let's face it, that's pretty much all I do on my weekends. But anyway, like I really enjoy that. But even then, I prefer the room around it to be like cold, you know. Like I do want the balance between heat and cold, and in the summer you just don't have that balance. Everything is just warm. 10 seconds, I can't talk while doing this. Okay, but anyways, I just really prefer like the balance between hot and cold. I don't want it to be just cold, but I definitely also don't want it to be just hot. Does it count as baking when you do it with a brush? I'm totally not sure, but I do know that I'm far too lazy to actually go dampen my beauty blender. So I'm just going to apply a whole lot of powder underneath my eyes and then move on to the rest of the face. Actually, while I'm at it, my T-zone is also going to get a whole lot of powder because oily. And the rest of my face is just getting a normal amount of powder. Okay, this is like the most lovely moment to realize that I was planning on doing a cream contour. I had the product right here, but I already powdered. Okay, so that means that today we're going to go for a powder contour, obviously. Some people make planning for their makeup and then actually proceed to follow that plan. Not me, I don't do that. Oh, by the way, just so I actually give you some useful advice, rather than plan to do a cream contour and then proceed to apply your powder first. If you're using a small brush, try to make the deepest point of your cheek contour here and not here next to the eye, because naturally your, you know, like the whole like part of your skull here, this is going to be deep and this is not going to be deep. So, you know, follow your bone structure when contouring. That's basically what I'm trying to say. There is, by the way, no specific reason in terms of the ending of this look why I'm using this brush as opposed to my fan brush. It's just because I happen to grab this one first. Like there's no reason for most of the things that I do. This is a good moment to actually get the powder underneath my eyes. Blend it out before I forget. Then I'm just going to go for my usual peachy blush because it fits with anything, especially warm looks. And then to finish off the face, I'm just going to put on a shimmery pinkish highlight. Well, more peachy. Peach. It's literally called peach colors. It's a peach color. Now, the eyebrows are done, the face is done, like blush, highlight, everything. So, back to the eyes. I'm just starting off with a nude shade on the waterline because I know myself and that's the step that I always forget otherwise. Now for the under eye we're going to go quite dark but still quite subtle. In the sense of I'm going to apply a black eyeshadow on a very narrow brush. Just tapping it on, connecting it to the wing. And very carefully blending it inwards. Because I do want this to be dark, but I don't want this to be like very smoky and blended out. And then very uncharacteristically, I'm actually going to use a shimmer beneath the eye. This is a orange shimmer. Well, the base color is orange and then it sort of has this pinkish sheen to it. Pinkish, gold. How did I not know the difference between pink and gold? Gold is sheen to it. And I'm just going to blend it over top of it. There's a very thin line between a warm under eye color and a look that looks more like eye irritation, so try to not cross that line. Then for highlight, a shimmery whitish shade in the inner corner. And yes, I almost totally forgot, I like literally was already tidying up the palette before I realized that I completely forgot this step. Okay, I don't know how well you can really see, but it's sort of like a shimmery, like yellow, red, pinkish setting sun. Wow. New favorite highlight. Then false lashes, I'm just going to do those really quick off camera. And as you can tell, we went for like completely subtle and barely there. No, really, this is Faux Mink Illusion by xoBeauty, which is my favorite pair of huge lashes because they're really big, but they're also really comfortable for lashes that are this big. Basically, we're just going to go for like this whole like vibe of a hot summer evening that's like so, like, I don't know, like such an intense hot summer evening that is like just that line between, okay, is this like comfortably like summer vibes or am I just really overheating? You know, that kind of vibe, but then in a makeup look. So yeah, to finish that off, we're just going to use some mascara. Use a little bit on top to blend my own lashes with the falsies. Just so you don't have that awkward thing where there's like lashes beneath your lashes very visibly, obviously not part of the falsies. And then a little bit more on the bottom lashes, just because the top lashes are a lot. And I do sort of want to balance it out on the bottom. Now, next up lipstick. I'm just dabbing on a nude lipstick. I would not dare to talk while applying a very dark shade after all. But I'm just dabbing it on, both because this one is, even for a matte lipstick, it's very ancient and dried out. But also I really want to keep the lips subtle today. And this is just a perfect color. It's like my lips were better. Do the kids still even say that these days? Like seriously, I never feel old. Unless I'm doing makeup on like a 15-year-old. And I'm suddenly like, okay, seriously, like we don't really have a lot in common anymore. And it's like, I still feel young, but like from their point of view, I'm probably old. And then I go to my normal job and I have fun with my colleagues like we're a bunch of 5-year-olds, even though they're all older than I am. And then I'm fine, so yeah. Anyway, about the makeup, setting spray and then we're done. And we're left with the final results. Yeah. This literally just turned out way better than I anticipated it to at the beginning. Like we had that mess up with the eye base and all, and it made me nervous for the eyeliner, but I think we're good. I think it worked out well. It turned out to be a shimmery, warm, summer glam look, which is exactly what I was going for, so I'm happy. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please click the like button. It would really help me out. It makes YouTube suggest my videos more often to new people, so I would really appreciate that. Yeah, if you don't want to miss any of my future videos, you can always subscribe to my channel. I mostly do makeup tutorials. I also regularly do vlogs, and I sometimes do other videos whenever I feel like it. I upload once a week at any rate. Yeah, for now as always, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!